Yeah, it's from the tomatoes down at the farm. Damn, Bart didn't waste no time. Welcome in, everybody. Got a little bit of dust. Oh, thank you, Bart. Duster, Kev, thank you guys. Guess we're gonna put another coat of clear on this. Might just leave the dust, honestly. I mess with it. These are some samples I need for tomorrow. Alright, we're gonna go with them. It depends, Duster. That's an F4E. It was only used towards the end of Vietnam, so it might not have gotten that dirty. It depends. Depends on individual aircraft. Again, my recommendation is to look at photos of the one you're trying to build. I mean, in the end, does it really matter? Because you don't listen to anything any of us say anyway. So why come in asking a bunch of questions when you don't really listen to any advice that you're giving anyway? Kind of just my feeling on the situation by now. I know that might sound harsh, but well, you already didn't on the Dragon Rapide. This morning you just posted you filled the stuff in. That putty takes a few hours to dry at the earliest, even more thinned. So 6 hours later, not only do you have that sanded, the interior's painted, the whole thing is glued together and somehow sanded and then filled and sanded again, not allowing for anything to dry. So yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna sound mean and just say, do what you want. I don't mind putting the effort in to help people, but there comes a point when it's just like, you know what? Why bother? Hell? Do 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 do. It's like getting a new kit. You asked how to improve yesterday or the day before, and we said a couple of us said the same thing. Get a few smaller kits and work on those, and that was even totally ignored. So at this point, um, yeah, I'm just stepping away so I don't start making people mad by people thinking I'm being too mean. I'm just gonna step away from that aspect of it. I mean, I'll still answer some questions on how to do stuff and all of that, but as far as the rest, I'm just gonna step back. Hey T, thank you T. Good to see you again. Yeah, it's been 6 years. Hard to believe it's been 6 years. I'm doing all right. We're just putting some paints out here. We're just doing a few test samples for tomorrow meeting I got tomorrow. Try to start selling some paints. They really are nice when you. Hey Horos! Thank you for coming over from Bart's stream, and thank you for the follow, man. Oh, thank you. But yeah, I'm now the U.S. importer for these paints. So yeah, now we gotta work on selling some of them. Bolt action, okay. Thank you, Killa. Bolt action. Are you gonna be playing the game or just building the stuff? If you're playing the game, they're worth building. Yeah, if you're playing a game, they're worth building. If you're building them for serious models, to me, they're not worth it. Especially the figures. The figures are weirdly proportioned. But I mean, if you're using for the game, then you're using them for for the game. Yeah, that's understandable. Churchill tank. Churchill's a nice. I like the Churchill. You don't. It's one of those vehicles that really you don't hear about too much. It kind of gets overlooked in a lot of circles. Yeah, pork belly, slow down. We got one more left. One more color left here. Alright, there's the 4 colors so far. They make a couple other metal colors I got coming in, but hey, what's up, Stumbles? Thank you. I'll give 1,000 feathers to anybody that can tell me what plane these wings come from. You can tell me what plane these wings come from, I'll give you 1,000 feathers. Doesn't have to be what kit, just what plane they come from. Yeah, which airplane? Alright, how many of you are on Google real quick right now? Are you sure, Killa? It might not be. Are you positive, sir? It is not a P-51. A wing is a wing. Are you sure, Killer? That your final answer? Have any other guesses? Thank you, Papa. No, no. We're gonna close out the guesses if nobody else has any legitimate guesses. But there are no clues. I just said, what are these wings from? If anybody knows what these wings are from, I'll give you 1,000 feathers. We're gonna close the guesses. We're gonna close the guesses. Hey, Viry. And the cranky old Brit that lives in the doghouse is correct. Let's give that man his feathers. Cranky old Brit that lives in the doghouse is correct. Should have known it was a jet, he would have guessed it. Yes, the Welsh guy. The Welsh guy is correct. He gets the 1,000 feathers. The rest of y'all have no clue. Welcome, Killer. Good job. Good job, Killer. Now, the giveaway would have been the aileron shape and the 3 pylon holes in the bottom of the thing. All right, we're gonna get another coat of white on this. I'm gonna go get a refill. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna get some white on this. I said what type of airplane, Mr. Cav? Quit trying to get feathers you don't deserve, sir. It's not Virey's fault. It's not Virey's fault, killer. All that wine over the years has, rotted away to brain cells. Probably drunk right now. I thought you were on a diet and weren't drinking wine anymore. There's still hope. Did I fix it? I worked on it some more, yeah. Gonna be working on it here in a couple minutes once I get this white painted. Oh, yeah, it just needs a little bit more dry brushing. It'll be alright. Think it'll be alright. Don't do it, Ollie, no. Uh-oh, Virey's going to the wine cellar. Tell you what, this thing is eating up some white paint. There is a lot of surface area more on this boat than you would think. Like this is gonna need a third coat. This is eating up some white paint. I don't want to go on any thicker because I don't want it to crack. Then again, 3/4 of it's going to get covered over. Tomorrow we'll spend all day now masking. Now we're gonna let this paint dry 2 days or so before we let this dry about 2 days before I start masking it. Make sure it's fully cleared. Yeah, you did try. What are you giving up? Yeah. This thing is using up almost a whole freaking bottle. By the time I'm done with this, probably gonna use close to a whole bottle of white. There's a whole lot. It's not a big ship, big boat. There's a whole lot of surface area on this. is definitely very white. Definitely white. All right, Bart. Maybe it doesn't need another coat. All right, Valerie. We might be okay with this. Once it dries, that might be okay. Leave it this way or correct it. What are you talking about? Correct what? The canopy here? Like the canopy here? Honestly, what I would do, clean it up and make it. You're not going to be able to get rid of this right here. You're not going to be able to get rid of this. Make the center frame, make it look like the center frame should be larger. That's what I would do. In this case, since there's no way to get rid of this, make the center frame just look larger. Make it symmetrical. If you have to make it a little bit larger than it should be, make it a little bit larger than it should be. Winglets? What are you talking about, winglets? Papa. This is not a hydrofoil. If that's what you're asking, this boat is not a hydrofoil. This boat is a white nightmare right now. Alright, that's a lot of white. Now we just have 147 other colors to paint on there. It's not there on the camouflaged one, Fiery. Here. It's actually not there. Hang on. Here. It's actually, there's no see-through on the camouflaged one. I was thinking the same thing, but there's no opening. So that's, I almost cut it out yesterday. When I put the first coat of white on yesterday, I actually almost didn't cut it out. I mean, almost did cut it out. But I guess they don't need to see on the camouflage one. They don't need to see through it, right? They don't need to see through to the other side. It's overrated. I don't know. I don't know anything about being... I've never been on a sailboat. I could not tell you. I guess you don't need to know what's on the other side. Yeah, exactly. There's just water on the other side, exactly. Well, tell the people that made the original boat, the original sail. Yes, the original sail does, but not the camouflage sail or whatever pattern you want to call that. Call the company that made the sail and ask them why they, yeah, Dazzle. I guess that's what it's turned into, you know? Guess that's what it's turned into. Yeah, I guess Dazzle is what you'd call it, Papa. Yeah. Have put up Dozer! Hello, Dozer. Not bad, Cav. Uh-oh. Thank you for the 47 months, Dozer. Let's see what we got, Cav. My only thing, I have one thing to say, Cav. The idea and the technique looks okay, but why 2 strips? Is this the rear or the front? Is this the front or the rear? I think it should be a little bit lighter. I think that's the rear. If that's the rear, looking, let's see, let me bring that back up. Hang on. Here's my thing, Cav. If this is, I'm thinking this is the rear because over here is where the island goes. They didn't land on either side. The wear towards the rear, I would think would be more in the center because they land in the center. I don't know if that's the front or the rear, though. If that's the front, it might be okay. I can't really tell if that's the front or the rear. But yeah, I just think it's too much, Kev. Like, here you go. I think for the front, you're okay with the 2 strips. But in the rear, I think it would be more during the center for the rear, towards the rear. I know this is the Essex, but it's the same class. Like, the 2 strips is good at the front, but I think in the back, they would more, in essence, land in the center of the carrier. But that's just, but I like the idea of it. The idea of it is good. Yeah, I would go just dry brush, maybe dry brush some of the original blue back over it a little bit. Because remember, you're in 700 scale or whatever scale it is. But as basically a test, I think you're on the right track. Welcome back, sir. All right, everybody, be right back. I'm gonna go wash some paint off my hands. And we're gonna make some track. Be right back. Oh, Dozer, you still here, Dozer? Yeah, the back. You like the way I said that? Oh yeah, if that's the front, two sides would be good, Kev. Are you still wanting to go tomorrow to the meeting? Check your whisper. That's got the address and everything on it. I'm too lazy to type it all out, so I just gave you the link. Change the picture, Duck. Wait, already? You just moved in. Oh, you're in with the old house. Hey, you're selling it. Who cares? Just don't tell the new buyer. Just don't tell them. They don't need to know. Blame it on the movers. When the movers came, they broke the AC. So I had all the wheels on, but then somebody decided to pick it up and broke them. I don't know what happened. It was working yesterday. We were here yesterday cleaning up, and it was working fine. So Bart bored you with scribe and panel lines earlier. I'm gonna bore you with tracks today. Maybe we'll motivate Mr. Viry to finish his M48 tracks. Oh, I know what I'll do. Hey, Viry, if you finish your M48, I'll finish your SU-27. How's that? Is that a deal? What do you mean not fair? I think that's perfectly fair. How is that not fair? That is perfectly fair and legit. I know. So? No, it's actually, like I said, it's actually back in the lineup now. I got those F-105s done. You're lucky. It's back in the lineup. Hello, Mr. Nuffles. Yes, sir, we are trying to get the tracks together. I'm thinking maybe next weekend I'll have this finished. Be nice. The boat, that boat, and the SU are my main three right now. They're my top three, next three to get done. Yeah, but it's an awesome square tin can. Hey, at least it's not Russian. Where'd it go? There it is. The hardest part on these tracks is just the cleanup on them. Yeah, that's my three main builds right now. Is this, that boat, and the SU. As we get these done, we'll switch it. We'll add in something else. Gotta kind of get that. I gotta kind of get that lunar lander finished too. I do have to get back to that too. That might that'll get put in here soon too. Then there's the Portuguese Gundam. Don't forget about the Portuguese Gundam I'm working on. Nuffles paid me to build that. He paid me $300 to build that Portuguese Gundam. He specifically said just to piss you off. I don't know. What do you love, Bart? It's Friday night. Everybody's frisky. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Cav. But you see what I'm saying is even there, more towards the rear, it's to the center at the rear. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying there. That's a copy out of the Squadron book, by the way. Radio. Hello, Radio. Ain't seen you in a while. Remember, tomorrow will be an hour later. I'll be at 1600 tomorrow, not 15. The build along will be an hour late tomorrow. I didn't ban you. I just timed you out. I didn't ban you. Well, I'm going to try to sell some paints, so I'll be on time. That's why I moved the time. So I can't be late, seeing as I'm the one setting the start time. Duh. Yeah, you're not very good at sarcasm. You need to keep trying, bro. Good effort, though. It's good to see you at least trying to be sarcastic. To who? Who did he say that to? See, I'm rubbing off on him little by little. See that? Good job, Nuffles. Oh, that's right, you did. Yeah, that's right, you did. Good job, sir. Really? Drinking crap like that, Viry? Your wife letting you do that? Look, just because he's as fat as a whale doesn't mean he's from Wales, okay? Yeah. Well, that didn't work, Duck.